Welcome to the round of Brazil here at the Autodromo de Alfonso Cordova. This track is known as the Brazilian version of the original OK Corral that we used to go to. As you can see, it's almost a clone with the exception of a green, white, and blue walls to simplify the Brazilian flag, or to be symbolically represent the Brazilian flag. This track also has a bit less grip than the OK Corral used to. It's a combination of the cars and the track. And that is making the racing incredibly intense around this track. More so than in the past. It's a little slower than it used to be, so it's a little bit safer, actually. Which is one of the reasons why the Corral got cut. And that makes this race very interesting. However, it hasn't spread out the racing that much because the entire field was within 1 second coming out of qualifying. So the entire field from 1st to 36th was within a 1.23 seconds on the grid. Anyway, without further ado, let's go down to the round of Brazil.
Tristan Wilhoit leads the field down to the green, and away we go here at the Autodromo de Alfonso Cordova. And away we go. Madeline Myatt's already diving for the lead down low, and followed by the 82 car. We've already got them starting to squirrel around here. We're expecting some early race attrition. This track is tended to be known for. We got Shock already with problems. Shock wants an early race caution. Oh boy, there's a lot of contact back here. Oh, there's Rowe around. Lamas is in it, and I believe I saw Freeze in it as well. Davidson's in it. And that's going to be the first caution already in this race, as we make sure the rest of the field tends to get around this track A-OK. Looks like it will be Pericles leading the field back to the caution. Here's a look at what exactly happened. Rowe gets turned by Monaco, and Lamas, Freeze, and Davidson were collected. Freeze would fall out of the race, and I believe maybe Lamas and Rowe did. I'm not sure about that. Rowe looks like he can continue, though. Lamas would, however, stay in the race, to my mistake. However, Rowe is however, these cars are damaged. Madeline Maya with a really slow pit stop as well. Down to 31st position. That's going to be a tough break for her. Wilhoit will once again lead the field down to the green with Bisceglia in second and Dodd in third. Bobby Jones in fourth. Green flag is out. Kyle Shock Jr. is a lap down with a bunch of mechanical problems. That car has been having sorts of trouble since startup of this weekend. He, I believe, qualified 36th on the grid. However, Freeze was the only car to fall out from that wreck, however, Shock now is looking like he's got some speed, and he could get his lap back if he catches a quickie yellow. However, now you got Eddie Shumpadkar, the Daytona winner, the other super speedway victor of the season, in the top 5. He has turned out to be a pretty good super speedway driver. Here comes Bobby Jones looking underneath him. Eric Monaco, look at some of these cars nearly hitting the wall back here. That was a really close call back here. That was Ace Vito of Baskinger's coming down pit road. Tough break for Jake Baskinger. He's got a tire going down. A couple of these cars took turns 3 and 4 very wide there on that restart. Dodd, Wilhoit, and now Shock. Well, Shock's a lap down, but Dodd and Wilhoit are battling for the lead. Shock's looking to try and get his lap back. The Durban Sport Audi car has been or Audi Sport Durban Sport car. I'm not exactly sure what the team is technically called, but is doing a great job speed-wise. Just hasn't had a lot of luck. As it looks like we've got one of the Red Bulls on the pit end. We got a crash further back. That was Vincent Allen wrecking, and we got a big crash. That's Bisceglia. The 12, the 60, the 73. So a 24 was in it, Arndt was in it as well. Big battle, 5 wide is possible here, but it's not recommended, as Bouchard and Arndt take Bouchard and Bisceglia take Arndt, and I believe the 12 into the wall there, and a couple of cars just collect in at the end. Cortez and Roush saw the wreck taking place and dove onto pit road beforehand. However, that's going to bite them because they didn't make it on pit road before it closed. A tough break for Cortez and Roush. Andrew Rowe is on the tail end of the lead lap as Chris Dodd leads the field back to the green. That's Polyakov in second. Polyakov, the FNS Marlon team, is really impressed here as, look at this! Look at the Marlone. Oh, but Wilhoit's going to get the wall trying to get by Rowe. That was a very aggressive maneuver there, and Wilhoit's going to lose a ton of spots doing that. A ton of spots hitting the wall there, trying to get by the 21 car. Over the field is all bunched up here, and ooh, looks like we've got a couple cars coming out pit road for jumping the start. That's Baker. Baker, Thaber, both the Menervinis, and Madeline Myatt jump the start. And now you've got Charles Samper and Dodd battling for the lead as Baskier is going to try and get back on the lead lap. That's Polyakov looking low as well. A couple more cars they're coming off the pit road now. Dodd has been so far the dominant car of the race, I believe, setting some pretty quick lap times there as these cars are all trying to get back on the lead lap. We've only got, I think, 24 cars on the lead lap right now. Polyakov and Pericles now are working to try and take over the lead from the 41. Angel and Wilhoit now have caught the wall, and now they're pitting for damage repair. Tough break for both of them. Wilhoit has to pit because he has a tire going down. Angel has rear end contact from a pit road contact that they're going to try and fix. They flagged him. So Wilhoit's bad luck is going to continue here in Brazil. Kenny Myatt now is going for the lead on the inside of the pack. He was one of the drivers who raced on the old OK Corral, and this track, like I said, is a virtual clone of that track. And now you got Jake Baskinger, nearly getting contact. He's trying to get one or two of his laps. He's got to get 2 laps back to compete with the leaders. And that's going to make things very difficult. Here comes Bobby Jones with help from Alex Allen down low, another long-time driver. Apparently, there's rumors that it's going to be his final year in the series as well. 3 wide for all these lap cars, and now we've only got 18 cars on the lead lap. Caldwell's got to do his best to, these guys are all going to be hoping for a yellow to stay on the lead lap because the 9 looks very, very quick. Noah Hart caught the outside wall and now is pitting for damage repair, so he's going to be another car that's going to go a lap down. So that is not going to be good for Noah Hart. He's going to take all 4 tires, so he's hoping for a green flag run at this rate. These 4 have been going 4 wide virtually the whole track, and now William Brock's going to be a factor in this. Brock has had a pretty good weekend here in Brazil. A lot of people were picking him to maybe pick up his first win here. It's been a long time coming if he can get his first win. Myatt now has lapped Vincent Allen, however, here comes Caldwell down low. Try and pass it to the lead. Or no, Caldwell's a lap down. He gets held up by Rowe there, and looks like Pericles is going to get held up by Rowe as well. Dodd will be. Both Bobby Jones and Dodd get held up there. There aren't really lines around this track. It's pretty much the whole track is your racing line. This track is pretty evenly matched on the inside, outside, anywhere you go, really. John Hart and Eddie Padcar, 14th and 13th pit with damage. They made contact down the back straight away. And now they're having problems with this car as well, so we've only got, I think, 12 cars on the lead lap. And now Bisceglia pits with damage from his incident. The officials are throwing out the black flag like it's candy around here, although Bisceglia was incredibly slow out there. So it's good that Bisceglia's coming to get damage repaired. More problems for lead lap cars as Bobby Jones from 5th would grenade the motor and fall out of the race. That's a tough break for him. Polyakov now runs P2. Behind him are Pericles and Allen. Dodd is in 5th, and right now it's a long way back to 6th and 7th. That's Brock and Curtis back there. Samper's falling back from the restart. He's in 8th, and it looks like Darren Blake's in 9th. It's going to be a very hard-fought race for some of these guys to get back on the lead lap. I don't know where 10th necessarily is. 10th is a lap. 10th is somewhere. Who is in P10? Oh, 10th is Eric Monaco. Tires are a big concern here. As you can see, they are sliding around quite massively here. Looks like Roush is very slow on track. Very, very slow on track. Something happened with Scott Roush, and now he's holding up the remaining lead pack people. This is going to be aggressive. Padcar's looking underneath Dodd. Dodd and Padcar make a little bit of contact there. Roush nearly comes up in front of the 23 car. The 21's being a bit of a nuisance. All that at one time. That's take your breath away. And because of that, Polyakov falls from 5th down to or from 3rd to 5th in all of that. As second position is now Nick Pericles quite solidly. However, Kenny Myatt's got a pretty big lead right now. One car to watch as this race maybe progresses is, even though he's a couple laps down, is Zayden Davidson. He is actually looking very quick here. Actually was making moves on Kenny Myatt as, oh, there's Sean Angel on pit road again. Polyakov's on pit road, another lead lap car with problems. Polyakov is very damaged the car there, I think, on the track. Over Polyakov's problems to be a little worse as now we've got some green flag pit stops starting to take place here. Charles Sanford's on pit road, and we are just seeing some of the other lead lap cars come in. Oh, Lamas just grenaded his motor in front of Dodd and Curtis there. That's going to slow them up on pit road. Looking for win race leader. The 9's going to pit. Myatt pits that time. There's Vance Caldwell. I believe he might be a lap down still. Brock pits from 2nd position. Brock stayed out an extra lap. Over the 9 of Myatt had a pretty bad pit stop, and actually that puts Padcar, who is on a different pit strategy, in 2nd position, and Nick Pericles now has a pretty big lead. Now over Myatt in 2nd. However, Myatt is the fastest car on track, so whoa, and Davidson's not playing nice. Davidson's been his bugaboo the whole race. However, lucky for some, there would be a caution to save some of these cars that were probably going to go a lap down. That because they would have had to pit. Eddie Champadkar, who's on older tires. I believe I saw Noah Hart actually was a car that was saved by the 82 car by the caution there. As we look a little further back. I believe that's Dodd. Did this Brock 6 of Sanford, he was on there, and Blake. Monaco was going to go a lap down on track, and Noah Hart was saved. Zayden Davidson, however, would go out with clutch problems, so Davidson would fall out of the race. That's not good for him because he was looking pretty quick, actually. However, the FBR crew would make it up to Kenny Myatt by getting him out in front of the 82 car on the pits, but however, now we're going to see another pack race here. This is where racing's going to get very interesting as we are approaching the halfway mark of this race. It's been kind of a more planned start than we thought. Oh, black flag flying for somebody. Looks like the officials are going to try and get somebody again. As looks like the 15 car is sliding back. Oh, the 2 is very slow on track. That's a pack. I do not like the looks of that pack back here, but the 2 is very slow. Oh, Dodd's trying to pit. Dodd's around. What on earth was Chris Dodd thinking there? And Dodd's on top of one of the local people. He's from Argentina, I believe, or Mexico actually, but Cortez. That was a very silly maneuver. And Dodd was trying to pit here and got into the side of Blake. Comes up the track, collects Arndt, and then up and on top of the 34 car. This saves Kenny Myatt, though, who had to pit, and, well, Alex Allen has a mechanical problem with his car. So Myatt needed to pit, and that caution saved him. He had to stop go. That was the car that got the black flag for jumping the start. Only 8 cars on the lead lap now that Dodd fell out. Eddie Champadkar leads over William Brock, Nick Pericles, Blake, Curtis, Monaco, Hart, and Myatt. That's your top 8. At the front of the field, we are looking very impressed here at Eddie Champadkar Super Speedway Abilities. Looks like we got a car coming out of the pits in the back. That's Angel grenading the Koenigsegg as, Vance Caldwell looks very slow. So does Esteves Cortez, looking very slow there. And it looks like Myatt's going to be the only lead lap car to be held up there. However, there is still some pack racing to watch out for as it looks like some more cars are busted for jumping the start. That's Blake and Curtis, though, lead lap cars with problems. So they're going to have to deal with it. There's Eric DeMax as well. There is the U-Phone car of Eddie Champadkar, 3 wide for the lead as Nick Pericles is trying to slot it down the inside. And Blake had a stop-go penalty. Curtis actually had something wrong with his car. It's a tough break for DJ Curtis. Curtis, they were checking an engine knocking noise. However, nothing came up, so they told him to get back out there and race, even though he's a lap down. There's still points on the cards. I believe there's only like 6 cars on the lead lap. Blake, of course, jumped the start, so tough break for him. And I'm thinking DeMax might have a penalty for coming back, for hitting the commitment cone there. Maybe merging too early as Pericles leads over Matty Myatt. It's the first car 1 lap down in 7th position. William Brock and Eddie Champadkar are battling for 2nd. 3rd is now Noah Hart. Hart has a lot of experience on this thing's sister track. And battle for 4th. Oh no, I'm sorry. 5th now is Kenny Myatt. And that's it for the lead lap cars. No, I'm sorry, Eric Monaco's on the lead lap as well. Great showing by Monaco. Brock and Padkar, however, are reeling in with their pack, Nick Pericles. So Pericles, who has been dealing with a lot of lap traffic now, or has been dealing with, well, lap traffic tends to be good if you're a leader here, because it helps your draft out. However, this battling up front is making things very interesting. Here comes Noah Hart now trying to take over 2nd. This pack is all together battling for high positions. Noah Hart has been one of the fastest cars, however, hasn't had any luck this year. He's 35th in points, I believe, because of his luck. And now Pericles is stuck on the high line. Pericles is a bit of a super speedway master as well, winning a race round of Florida, I think, last year. And this seems like one of his tracks that he'd be good at. However, the 2nd pack has caught Nick Pericles, and now Hart's going for the lead now on Pericles. This is a very aggressive move here by Noah Hart in the FBR. And it doesn't really work for him. It's a tough move there. Pericles right now has the dominant car of the day, but here comes Hart's teammate Myatt for 2nd. Myatt looked very strong early on in this race as well. Brock and Padkar hanging back a little bit. Looking for 5th place, or for Monaco is way off the order right now. Way off the turn-up truck. The top 5 are all relatively in the same pack battling for the lead with a bunch of laps of traffic. However, Pericles has now kind of pulled back away on some of these guys back here. Hart, Brock, Myatt, and Padkar all got held up by some laps of traffic. But now Pericles is going to get held up by some as well, and that's not going to be good. However, the leaders are all going to have to deal with that as well here. And now, oh man, this is really hurting Pericles' run here. He's in some pretty aggressive pack racing, and none of these cars are on the lead lap battling for him. And now there's Rowe, who's been a single-handed great wall in this race here. And now you've got Madeline Myatt, who is leading around that leading pack, even though she's a lap down. In 7th position. Right there now is trying to get her lap back. To be honest, the 81 car doesn't sound right when it goes by the grandstand every time. I've been listening to it, and it just doesn't sound right. And no one seems to be able to catch the 82. Once they get into clean air, the 82 is pulling away on a super speedway. So that's quite impressive by the 82 car. Kenny Myatt was the first of the lead lap cars to fight for the pits. I believe the 9 is trying a different maneuver here on pit road strategy here. A little further back here comes 2nd and 3rd. That's Brock and Hart there. And now Monaco as well, as we're looking for the race leader, the 83 car. I'm sorry, the 82 car rather. And now the 82's on pit road. So now will the 9 of Myatt be able to reel him in here? Myatt was, of course, 1 full lap down, so he's got to go around one more time. He's back on the lead lap. We're looking at Pericles now. And now this Pericles is getting a very long pit stop. Very long pit stop for Pericles. He lost a ton of time staying out there on old tires. It looks like Myatt's going to maybe take the lead here. Or definitely not. Well, maybe Myatt won't. I'm thinking Hart maybe has it. Noah Hart may be our leader. We got to see what happens, though. I was right in the first place. Kenny Myatt is the leader. However, we do have a crash on the track, I heard. And I think it involves the 81 car. And the 46 had broken down and collected the 81 car. And that's going to be the 41. The 6 is trying to pit the 81, didn't know that. And the 46 brings out the caution. Maya leads the field back to the green with Pericles, Hart, Pad Car, Monaco, and I believe DJ Curtis actually got back on the lead lap. Yes, Curtis is on the lead lap now. A lot of slow cars for them to get. Oh man, that pack looks very dangerous there. Curtis is going to get held up by the 80 car or the 60 car of Ace Vito. And now it's a battle up front. The 9, the 82, and these drivers are all going to be racing really hard now. They're all on the lead lap. Polyakov's the first lap car with Monaco, and I think I heard an accident. Oh, big crash. That's Saber in it. Roush is in it. Bichelia's in it. Darren Blake and the 38 car of Saber were battling really hard. Saber goes around, collects, hits the inside wall, takes out Bichelia and Roush. So tough break for these drivers as Bichelia tries to continue onward, same with Saber, but Roush is definitely done. Maya leads the field once again back to the green. And away we go. Looks like Polyakov is fighting very hard now as we go a little further back. Curtis is still on the lead lap. Curtis is one of the faster cars on the track right now as the field kind of maneuvers their way down the back straightaway here. Gotta watch out, Torres is a lap down. Don't worry about him. A little bit of contact here and there. Pericles to the lead with only 12 laps to go. This could be big. Pericles is one of the dominant cars early on in this race. And if he can just keep chugging off cars like he is, Pericles is going to be very hard to beat. But now the 9 has closed in on the inside of Shock, the 8th place car, the first car 1 lap down. And now there is nothing separating the 82 and the 9. Except now the 82 might get by the 23 here. And you're seeing Curtis has worked his way up the order. He's up to 4th. Hart's dropped to 6th. Brock is up to 5th. Looks like Padcar is trying to make things hard on Myatt here as Pericles had a very tough time getting by Polyakov. Myatt has a lot easier time. Myatt's going for the lead. The Road Atlanta winner is going for P1 now. I thought I saw maybe a yellow, but I was wrong. And now the 9 is trying for it. However, he's trying a bit too hard there. That's going to put Padcar into this mix. Padcar is going to maybe kill Myatt's momentum. No, he doesn't. Myatt's got one shot here, but Padcar is looking very quick as well. Will Hoyt's now the first car 1 lap down. The 9's going for the lead now. Once again, this time he makes it stick. But now Padcar, the Daytona winner, now is in this and battling very hard. Curtis was a lap down virtually the whole race. And now you've got the lap Polyakov car going to be a factor in this. Will Hoyt's going to want a quick yellow here, but it might be a little too late for something here if he can get back on the lead lap. Pericles back down low to the lead. And I think with all that lap traffic, I don't think there's anybody really going to mount a run for a while here. Maybe toward the end of the race, Curtis is going to be the car to watch now. However, now Pericles has open track. And we saw what Pericles could do with open track earlier. However, Polyakov now dives underneath Pericles. That's not what Pericles wants. Definitely not. Here comes Curtis now. The new Vanquish Tech team, or Viper Tech team, I'm sorry, with the Aston Martin Vanquishes. He's going for the lead now. Curtis to the lead. Makes contact with Polyakov. Polyakov's been an incredibly annoying backmarker. However, other than that, well, now Myatt's up to 2nd. However, I don't see many people making a run with Myatt. However, now Will Hoyt's looking to try and get his lap back. Dives underneath Curtis. Now Curtis is going to be in the sucker hole in the middle. 3 to go for DJ Curtis, the leader, but here comes the 9 of Myatt. However, that run gets blocked off by Vincent Allen, losing the rear end in the middle of the corner. Curtis now has 2 laps to go. Oh, here comes the 8-car pitting. That's going to kill any run that anybody had, I think. Unless if they can maybe reconvene. I think Curtis just won the race. DJ Curtis has clean track in front of him. Kenny Myatt can't do anything. Final lap for DJ Curtis, unless something really silly happens. I don't think anybody's going to make a run on him here, although Curtis is catching some pretty slow lap cars here. Right at the end of this race, all he has to do is be civil with them. And no, he gets held up by Caldwell, but I don't think it's going to be enough. DJ Curtis is going to win the Round of Brazil here at the Autodromo Alfonso Cordova. Myatt comes home second. And no, Myatt just grenaded after the line. Myatt just grenaded after the line. That's his car blowing up. Man, that car just made it to the line before it grenaded. Pericles comes across the line third. Pad car fourth. Man, that's something. And William Brock fifth. Man, 6 goes to Noah Hart. Man, that's something that the 9 would blow up right as it crossed the line. That's pretty funny, to be honest with you. So DJ Curtis wins the race, Kenny Myatt second, Nick Pericles third. Eddie Champadkar comes across the line fourth, William Brock fifth. Brock still looking for his first win. His car never really looked that strong, the Cathnex Porsche didn't. Noah Hart sixth and Eric Monaco seventh, the last car on the lead lap. Eighth goes to Tristan Willard, ninth to Kyle Schock Jr., nice recovery for a bad start to the race. 10th to Darren Blake, 11th to Madeline Myatt, 12th to Becca Haddix, 13th to Sebastian Torres. I believe Torres is the first car 2 laps down. 14th to DeMax, 15th to Baskinger, 16th to Baker, 17th to Caldwell, 18th to Vincent Allen. Vincent Allen looked pretty strong there until he had a tire go down toward the end of the race. 19th to Ace Vito, 20th to Esteves Cortez in what he can call his de facto home race. Not a great run for Cortez. 21st for Polyakov, 22nd to Rowe, the last car to finish the race. His teammate won it, and he finishes last out of the lead lap cars, so not a great run by Andrew Rowe. Really shows who the team leader in that team is. 22nd, the first car out, goes to Tyler Faber. Kyle Bisceglia fell out along with Scott Roush. They were involved in kind of that scary accident there. 26th to Sean Angel, who I believe blew up. 27th to Sanford, 28th to Arndt, 29th to Chris Dodd, 30th to Zayden Davidson, who looked very fast in the 77 car when it was out there. 31st to Alex Allen, who they were still trying to work on that car. 32nd to Cody Lamas, 33rd to Bobby Jones, who was fast all weekend, 34th to Aiden Shepard, 35th to Bouchard, and 36th to Breeze. So, Kenny Myatt is now the points leader with Eddie Champadkar second, DJ Curtis up to third, Jake Baskinger down to fourth from the points lead, fifth to Andrew Rowe, who actually got a penalty in that race for blocking. 5 points got knocked off his total score. He is way down, 25 points back. That's a full race back. Sixth to Cole Baker. Very quiet runs by Cole Baker. 7th to Nick Pericles, 8th to Madeline Myatt, 9th to Sebastian Torres, and 10th to Darren Blake. Sean Angel is in 11th. Dodd lost a bunch in 12th. Kyle Schock Jr. gained a bunch in 13th. Roush is in 14th. William Brock and Tristan Wilhoit had great runs and boosted their position a lot. Ace Vito down to in 16th. And like I said, Wilhoit's in 17th. Cortez is in 18th. Charles Sanford not looking very strong compared to his teammate. He was supposed to come in and lead that team, and it really hasn't been showing considering that they're one of the best teams on the grid. Him in 19th isn't exactly, I think, where Charles Sanford should be. 20th for Kyle Bisceglia, 21st for Aiden Shepard, 22nd for Bouchard. Really shows Sean Angel has been kicking Bouchard's behind all year, and Angel hasn't had the best luck. And it kind of shows how, I think, out of touch, or out of place Bouchard is in this series. Alex Allen had a good run going in this race until the car gave him troubles. 23rd, Eric Monaco finally showing that he has some skill. He is in 24th. 25th goes to Bobby Jones. 26th to Vince Freeze. 27th to Haddix. 28th to Noah Hart, finally having a race with some luck. 29th to John Arndt. 30th to Zayden Davidson. 31st to Tyler Thaber. 32nd to Eric DeMax. 33rd to Vance Codwell. 34th to Vincent Allen, who is having a miserable season so far, despite looking pretty quick at times. 35th to Nico Polyakov, another driver who has looked very fast and has had miserable runs. And 36th to Cody Lundis, still on -2 points. Our next round is the round of Arkansas at the Stuttgart Motordrome, another return to an old favorite. We'll see you then.